What's up, everybody, and welcome to Minecraft. Now, while we're waiting for Crusader Kings to get updated so that we can actually export our game to Europa Universalis, I have been working on a Minecraft server. And this is a server I locally host. It's for my real-life friends slash family to play on. So you'll be getting a little bit of a sneak peek to this. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so this is my server. And this is where I would last left off, I guess. Or maybe this is where my girlfriend last left off. I don't know. But this is Erin's house. And she has apparently been working on a mine thing. With a little water fountain and mushrooms. For the most part, this episode is going to be a showcase of what's on this server because there's so much to show right now that getting anywhere would be a little bit hard. This is our top floor right now. It's still a work in progress, as you can tell with the dirt and the hole in the ceiling. It's still a work in progress, but magenta glass, cobblestone walls, polished andesite up here, polished diorite down there. A mixture between regular glass and granite walls. And then on top, well, out here there's a balcony that goes around the entire place, which I personally think is really cool. Some dark oak over there that we can deal with. And then up on top here, she has it all fenced off, so it's nice and safe. And she has some spruce trees up here because she thinks that looks nice. So, and I agree with her. I like the spruce trees up here. Pretty cool. We'll get to that pillar in a little bit. We'll get to that. That's kind of our central beacon. If you get lost, look for that thing because that's where home is. That's what that is. But I like her location of her house. It's at a junction between the plains and the spruce forest, and to some degree, the oak forest, which is all kind of back in that direction. But largely, it's just between spruce and the plains that are out here, and road. That's new. Wait. What direction is that road? South. That's probably a road to the ocean. Probably. I don't know. That's new. That is new. I just logged on first time today, so. It'll be a little. The frames will be a little bit laggy, just because it is trying to process the server and record the video at the same time. So I do apologize if it's a little jumpy, but it shouldn't be too terrible. So this is basically all of her house. Now, I gotta tell you guys something right now. I do not have a house. I am a nomad through and through, so I actually don't have a house, and I don't have much of a desire to build a house. I know that's what a lot of people like to do in Minecraft, is house building slash shopping, but that's not me. I'm a bit of a nomad, so this is her house. Apparently she wanted a house, and this is what she did with her pathway. She made it out of gravel and lined it with sunflowers going all directions. So let's go this way. Let's go this way. So going through this road, this walkway that is obviously full of lots and lots of sunflowers. Going through here leads us to another member's house on this server. And he's been doing a lot of fantastic work. I'm going to refrain from saying his name, but he knows who he is. Good God, that has changed. Okay, that's becoming more of a pyramid, less of a cube. Got it. This is his house. Obviously another road. We have paved a great deal. Now this is how he likes to build roads. He likes to dig out the dirt and then put in these slabs. Personally, I don't like that. I like the way that Erin did it with the gravel that's built into the ground, so it's not like a very specific road. There's no up or down. There's none of this action going on when we build our roads, whereas he likes to build it with that up and down action. And personally, I think his roads look better, but the up and down bit, I don't like that at all. So let's go ahead and check out what he's done with his house. So actually, we'll look at the outside first. So on the outside here, it's just primarily castle walls. I can't remember what this is called. I used to know crenulated. It's crenulated, isn't it? Hi. I think that's an iron golem. I think it's a crenulated wall. I think that's what that's called. But there's a bit missing there. That's okay. And lots of dark oak. So yes, he has crenulated walls going all the way around. And he has pressure plates so we can walk in and out, which is nice. I'm not 100% certain what this is for. Maybe for his horses. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not certain. It's been there the entire time, but I've never actually asked him what this is for. Because it kind of looks like a horse garage. You know, it's too wide, so it's big enough for a horse, and you could leash it up with the fence, and I don't know. I'll have to ask him. This is his house, right here. He's got a bloody massive mine down here, and actually, I can't really show it off because it takes like half an hour to walk, but this goes into a ravine, and then if you follow it down to the end of this staircase, you get an absolutely massive tunnel that's just 1 by 3. It's just this huge thing. So you can see he has a lot of storage around here. Nice bit of forges, a little anvil in here. And it has pretty much anything you could possibly want in here. It's his own personal house, his own personal storage, so I'm not going to mess with any of that too much. But coming upstairs, he has a nice little rug of sorts and a bed, as well as kind of almost a churchy feeling, I would guess, which is interesting. He's not a religious man at all, but to me it feels kind of churchy up here. I don't know, maybe it's just the windows and the angles of the ceilings and lack of things. I don't know. That's the vibe I get. So let's go ahead and go back out. That's his house. His nice little birch trees hanging around here. He built it right next to the farmland. Now the farmland is by and large his for the most part. He has widely built all of our farmland and pastures and everything. I've helped to some degree. I've helped expand it. But the vast majority of it all goes to him. I mean, he's done pretty much like 90% of the work for all the farmland. So it makes sense that he would build his house right next to the farmland just because that's, well, easy access to what he's been working on. Recently, he brought back these dark oaks, which is awesome, and that is humongous dark oak. I love it. But yeah, he went on an expedition, brought back some dark oaks. Whenever we go on expeditions, we always bring back something. This last one, it's getting a little framey here. This last one, he brought back dark oak. The ones before that, I've brought back several things. But I think the first thing he actually did bring back was dark oak, truthfully. No, he brought back chickens. That was the first thing. He brought back chickens, and then dark oak. But most of the rest of the exotics we have ourselves. We started with spruce, birch, and oak, by the way. So yes, he has these massive 4 stairs right here on this humongous building here. Now this building is called the Mage's Tower. Yo, whoop, hi. A little bit laggy, it has to load everything up. But this is basically what the Mage's Tower is. It's just this massive building with these humongous windows. And the entire purpose is just to look good and to have fun. Like, it's not there to specifically serve a particular purpose. And you can see this, I mean, these are not stairs going up. It's just a thing that exists to look cool. And of course, inside, you have this, where we can get all of our stuff enchanted. Holy cow, I have lots of snowballs. Or she has, wow. Okay, anyways. But yes, he built his own little bookcase library thing. We're expanding on it as we get more leather. Leather is probably the scarcest resource we have in this town so far. Which is funny, considering all the farmland we have for all the cows. we actually don't have that much leather. We have a lot of beef, though. A lot of beef. Not enough leather. Plenty of paper. Lots of paper. Tons of paper. But yes, we are working on building this out, and eventually we'll have it maxed out for maximum efficiency with bookcases down below and stuff, and it'll just be completely maxed out so we can get the most powerful of everything. But in the meantime, we just kind of add on as we get stuff. Mage's Tower is open access for everybody. You can just kind of go through, and that just blends right in. Wow. The Dark Oak door is cool, but yeah, everything in here is pretty much open access for everybody else to use. Actually, take some of these with me. Go. I have a place to put those. So yeah, this is the Mage's Tower. Let's go outside and go upstairs, because upstairs is a little bit more interesting. It's actually what he's been working on recently. And you saw a brief glimpse of that from a distance, but this is the second story, I guess, if you want to call it that, of the Mage's Tower, which is the spire, more or less. I don't think he's named it yet, but this is the second story. So, funny thing, we have a really... Look at this map here. Look at this map. On this map, there is virtually no sand anywhere. Like, you look around where my little icon is, and around us specifically up in the top left, you can see all the little bits of white have been removed because the sand is gone. It used to exist, but it's gone because we've mined it all out. And you look all over the map, and you see little bits here and there. Obviously, there's a big unexplored area, but you see no desert. No desert at all. No vast beaches. Just little itty bits of sand everywhere. Which really sucks for him, because he loves sandstone. He wants a sandstone mine, and he wants to build more things out of sandstone. The Mage's Tower was originally supposed to be built out of sandstone instead of polished diorite. But we don't have enough sand or sandstone anywhere at all. So the fact that he got a hold of this much sandstone is impressive, to say the least. And I'm not 100% certain what it's for, other than to look cool. And that's pretty much what the whole thing is about, is just to look cool. Let's go ahead and eat some food here. And it just kind of goes up indefinitely. This is in a way, our second humongous spire that if you get lost, just look for this thing. And that's good, because this is actually far enough away from our original spire that you can't see it anymore. So having another one at this draw distance is absolutely beautiful. Once it gets lit up and finished with all this glowstone, I think it'll be actually just an absolutely great beacon. Hey, look, my path. One of my paths. But in the meantime, he's just working on it, and I'll have to talk to him about what this is really about and show it off next week for the progress that's been happening. But for the rest of this, it's just pretty much straightforward. It's unfinished. Obviously, he's working on doing various things up here, and I don't know what his plans are. I know he has something in mind for what he's doing, but I'm not 100% certain at this point. But it looks cool. I like it. It's really, really cool. And when it gets all lit up, I should probably go mine more of that glowstone for him, because when this all gets lit up with glowstone, that'll be just absolutely phenomenal. Because as it stands right now, getting up on top of the Mage's Tower, it lets you overlook our entire domain, which is primarily that direction, because we're kind of on a peninsula out here, and then out on the water for this last little bit. But yeah, that's a little glimpse right there, if I can rotate the map just right. But that's a sandstone mine right here. That's that, and he hasn't cleared all of the sand out yet, but you can tell he's done some damage, and even planted some trees and built bridges over where sand used to be, and found what it looks like maybe a cave of some sort, and maybe just a lot of sand. But the point being, oh yeah, there's another one way over there, another big one. The point being, we don't have sand at all, like anywhere. I mean, maybe we do in the bottom left. I haven't explored that quadrant fully yet, but as far as I know, we don't. We have swamp, and Mega Taiga. Actually, over on the far right, we have a bit of Mega Taiga, which is where I found the mossy boulders. But for the most part, it's just spruce, birch, and oak forest. It's kind of bland with some extreme balls. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, with some extreme hills thrown in there is what I was going to say. Anywho, let's take a journey and go show off the last little bit of here. So we'll walk through the farmland, kind of show that off. That's walking around the farmland. That's the path around it. We'll walk through the farmland and show that to you guys. Hello, Iron Golem. If this tree looks weird, just ignore it. It's a perfectly fine, ordinary tree. Nothing ever bad happened there. Just don't worry about that. It's a normal tree. Yep. Oh, hello, Creeper. Bye, Creeper. Good job. Oh, yeah, my inventory's full. Hello, zombie. Oh, hi, zombie. You can leave that cow alone. So, about 50% of all the sugarcane you will ever see in this video was planted by me. The other 50% was planted by him, so keep that in mind. So yeah, these are the chickens. This is his chicken imports that he found. The cows we started with. By the way, there's a little pig farm over here. Not really a pig farm, more like a single pig that I trapped inside of a little pasture thing. And gave him a bit of water, a little bit of lag there. There we go. Oh, I want that string, though. Screw that. Get rid of the stomols. Give me that string. So yeah, I built this. I built this random thing, by the way. I'm surprised he hasn't actually done anything with it. He literally built his pasture around my pig pen. Why? I don't know. I really, really don't know. Like, he just should incorporate it in with the rest of this. I guess, actually, there's nothing in there, is there? There is absolutely nothing in this pasture. Maybe this will become a pig pasture. That'd be nice, because pigs are like an amazing source of food. They drop so many pork chops. If he does that, that'd be great. But as a nomad, I like to light up the rivers here. By the way, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but it's what comes to mind. I'm sorry. But as a nomad, I like to light up the rivers because I do like to take boats. So the rivers, by and large, are lit up, which look really cool at night. Not all of them are lit up, not all the way. But for the most part, they're lit up and taken care of. Anyways. Little bunnies hopping around. So our sugarcane, like I said, it was about 50-50-ish. Maybe, I would say maybe I did a little bit more. But you get a general idea of how much sugarcane we have here. If I could just get up a little bit higher. Maybe get on top of this. I can hop up there. There we go. So we have sugarcane, by the way. We have a lot of sugarcane. So if we ever need paper or sugar for any reason, hello cow, we have sugarcane. So we're pretty much good on that front. Anywho, yes, he imported the chickens. We'll be coming up on our actual farmland soon, away from the pastures, as we get past this infinite sugarcane farm. Here's our very first cow pen. Obviously, we put some trees in there as well. I'm not 100% certain why, but we did. And this was our original sugarcane farm. This really, really itty-bitty thing that's actually not completed. But I can't complete right now because my inventory is full. This is our farm. Our farm has never actually gotten any bigger than it is now. It's primarily, it was all originally wheat. And then I brought back melon seeds. And then we got a melon row and then 2 melon rows. Then I brought back pumpkins, and then we got a pumpkin row. Actually, I brought back those pumpkins right there. There was actually 3 more pumpkins, but he got rid of those so we could get some seeds. Pumpkins. And honestly, we don't really need pumpkins, but we have them. And then we have carrots and potatoes both over here. So, I feel like this needs a little torch. There we go. But yes, he brought back some carrots and potatoes, and we've been maintaining the carrots and potatoes along here. This was the original hidey hole for the farmland. So this is where all of our farming equipment and seeds and such are stored with our little snowman buddy. So lots and lots of watermelon. Not a huge amount, but considering there are like 3 to 5 people that can play on the server at any given time, that's plenty of watermelon. Especially because we can just go and grab more if we really want to. Anywho, you can see more of it's lit up, at least for what you can see. There's really no reason to light the shore up right here. There is on the other side, obviously. Lots of little torches over there. But really no reason to light it up here. Because I need to walk out of this pasture to be built. Because there's a pier here. And this was the very first thing that I built, was the pier. My boat's gone, but this pier, for the most part, is just kind of a, hey, this is where you need to stop general location. I mean, anywhere along this shoreline, and as long as you don't actually hit the farm, you're pretty much fine. It's a good-sized lake. It's definitely a good-sized lake, so... this pasture to be built is probably going to be housing at least 1 or 2 horses. Just for really easy access to go this direction, which is north. Now, if you want to go north or you want to go east or west from our mines, the horses can be stabled right here. I have yet to get any saddles, so we don't have any horses yet. But we'll have saddles soon. Over here we have a birch bridge with kind of a mine to be built eventually, slash train station is what this will turn into. And again, kind of the same thing, just have a little bit of an area out here that, again, this will kind of turn into a bit of a train station eventually, with railroad tracks or flowers or something going across this bridge. Notice it's big enough so that 2 horses can fit across at the same time comfortably. That was the idea. We're going to be doing something interesting with this birch bridge in the future, but again, this is something else that I built. Really cool bridge. Well, Aaron and I both built this, truthfully. But it's a really cool bridge, and I have not lit up that half of the path of the river yet because we just don't go that way. We go the other way. Even though that way, actually, I should be lit up because it's a swamp that's that way. A small swamp, but a swamp nonetheless. Big swamp is also down that way eventually, but it's quite a ways further. So, flower garden. We have a flower garden, of course. Lots of flowers. With signs going around. And then the pillar. Hop up here and go through this extremely dense forest that I plant and maintain. Go, hey! I don't actually know if we can get up there anymore. Oh, here we go. It's right here. I walked right past it. Because it's right here. But this is our original spire of, hey, this is where we live if you get lost. And this is kind of a joint effort between myself and Aaron as well. I built the original center column. She built the stairs. Yeah, she tells me she fixed it. I say it's perfectly functional either way. So, but from up here, another tree, of course, because again, Aaron built this platform and the stairs. I mean, she built tree just like on her house. She built trees on places. And that's okay. I like the tree up here because it kind of makes us distinguished in a way of sorts. You can see how dense that forest is down there. I went nuts with trees. Nice little open patch right next to the super dense forest. And this is generally kind of an awesome place to be because you can see his house, you can see Aaron's house, you can oversee all the farmland, including all the sugarcane. You can really get a sense of how vast our farmland is. Considering, again, there's only a few people playing this, and we all have things to do during the day, and the server's only been around for maybe 2 weeks at best. We're not exactly hardcore Minecraft players, so This is actually quite a bit of work that we've accomplished, and I'd say all of us that are on this server are kind of proud of what we've done. In the future, it'll be a lot more, I'm sure, but right now, it's pretty cool. Pretty awesome place to be. And just being on top of this tower is great, because again, you can see the houses and the farmland and the lake, and you can see if someone's boating in from down that direction, or if they're wandering in from some other direction in the forest, you can see them. Or if someone's having a particular problem, you can shoot from way up here. I'm not gonna snipe a cow, guys. I'll shoot once. I want to see if I can snipe a cow. Well, I don't know. I've never even shot an arrow from up here before. Tough shot. Yeah, I don't think it hit. Regardless, I don't want to waste all of our arrows, even though we do have chickens. I don't want to waste our arrows, because all of our arrows come from skeletons right now. Of course, I think well, maybe he uses bow. I don't know. Anyways, let's try and hop down and show the last little bit of this before. Oop, that was close. Before I shut this off and hold it off until next week. Here we go. This way. That's a safe way. So this is our mines. This is where we originally started. Our original spawn point is literally like right here-ish. Yeah, it's like right in here, because this was the mine that I originally built, and then this was the mine that he was working on, and he found something before I found something, so we went into his mine instead of my mine, which is perfectly fine, because the entire point was to find something, so glad we did that. You pretty much have to stay on the road if you want to get anywhere around here. There is actually an additional little back door. If we keep going this way, around here. It's a hidden back door, so may not be able to find it. I can find it inside. Anyways, go ahead and head on down here. So yeah, I didn't actually get very far in this mine with a wooden pickaxe, but big open area. The mine is a joint work of pretty much all three of us, although he has built his own mine and kind of abandoned this one. Aaron and I still maintain it. This is the back door I was looking for. Most recent addition. Oh, a door got destroyed. That's not cool. I had 2 birch doors here. Apparently one got destroyed. That sucks. Oh well. But it's literally just a little back door. That's it. And come back inside. So yeah, this main open area is really nothing too extravagant, nothing too special. There was the beginnings of a mine down here that kind of got forgotten about. It looks like there's actually some diorite back down here. We're going to have to mine that out because we use pretty much all the diorite we find. But we're going to have to explore this a little bit more. And this is the primary inventory system for the entire mines. Signs, chests, just a butt-ton of absolutely everything. Anything and everything you could possibly want, you can find in these chests somewhere. Several types of wood, any kind of tool, enchanted, unenchanted, whatever. You know, massive, well not massive, but a big enough forge system to handle. Actually, do we have stuff in there right now? Not. But a big enough forge system to handle anything that comes out for, you know, a couple people. And it's truthfully just a nice big inventory system. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt because there are so many signs, so many things you have to read. But once you learn where everything is, it's actually pretty efficient for finding and getting things. It just takes a little bit of time. Obviously, our bed is in here as well, respawn bed. But this right here, this is the map at the end of day 1. I built a map, and I wanted to have the map there and framed and be like, this is what the world looked like on day 1. You can see we'd already started construction on our farm. The pier was done, and The tower was, for the most part, done with a little bit of a road system implemented through here for more of pastures. And a little bit of a sugarcane farm as well. But this area has changed so much, so very much, that this is more of a historical map. They're like, hey, this is what it used to look like before Minecrafters set foot on this new land. And I personally like that. With the map that I'm currently working on now, I'm planning on building several of these maps, and eventually I will build a map room, a world map room, as I explore the territory and use my nomadic personality to its best. Go around and just find anything and everything, and then if you're curious about what the world looks like, you can just go into that ginormous map room that I plan to build eventually. You know, in months from now, probably. And you can see what the world looks like and generally know what direction you need to go in order to find what you're looking for. Because if I do stumble onto a desert, we're going to need to know where that is, because we need sand, we need cactus. That's something we just don't have, and we can't find. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing with this map right here, and that's why I like this map right here, this itty bitty beginnings map, because it is just a cute little historical map, and that's all it's good for. Just kind of a memory of the good old days when we had nothing. Up on down. So this is our mines, by the way. They're huge. We have a nether portal right here. I built the nether portal, and it's been interesting. Going through the nether, by the way, it's kind of terrible, the house that's back there. So I'm not going to show that off to you. This was originally our very first wizard's room / forge / whatever we needed to get done room. That has since turned into just kind of excess storage / forge / anvil. It's mostly an abandoned room. We really just don't use it anymore. But continuing down further, and further, and further, and just keep going. You just gotta keep going. We reached the mines! Big-ass mines! So there are two primary shafts. There's this one, which is the biggest shaft, and then this one, which is the newest shaft. Both of them are just huge. Then there's this big old room in here, which is pretty much pointless, but there's another tiny side shaft that runs alongside it. But that shaft goes on for fucking ever. It goes on for a great distance. This one is the newest and smallest shaft. You can already see the end, actually, without even going that far. And this shaft encountered problems with construction, which is why it's the shortest shaft right now. I wandered into a ravine while making this, and in doing so, I ended up creating this little fortification here. Because we're inside this ravine, and for the most part, I've lit it up. But this ravine caused issues with monster spawns, so I built walls, and I built this little... I put walls on the bottom because, one, I think it looks cool, and two, because it lets you put a little half step up. So normally, if you're behind 2 layers of walls, you can't see or really do anything of value. You know, if I try and shoot up there, yeah, I can shoot, like, right up there, but what person is going to be there? It's just not going to happen. I have to reveal myself behind this gate if I want to shoot it at anyone, and that's just not... That doesn't make sense. You know, and there's not a lot to shoot at. But if you get on top of a wall, you can start shooting. Not that way. Start shooting down that way. And you can shoot right over the wall, which is the entire point. You can't jump over it, but you can shoot over it. And that was the purpose of all the walls around here. That back up. Retrieve the arrow. Still need to mine out a lot of this, but a little bit of staircase up here that goes to that path, which is the mine for his house, for what we saw earlier that I said goes on forever. That's that mine. That's for. So let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, I wasn't able to get there in time. That's okay. But yeah, that was actually a really fun project of mine. And then coming on over here, you can see we excavated a lot of different things. Lots of different places. Still more to excavate. Still got to excavate the diorite and the granite, but the minerals for the most part have been excavated. And then I ran into a bit of a problem. Another ravine, except this time it was full of lava. So we kind of just stopped here. I tried to build a wooden fence gate, and I wasn't thinking because I built a wooden fence gate. It caught fire. So replace that with an iron door, and all is well once again. A little bit of window here again so you can shoot out and look out, just kind of, you know, what's going on. Personally, I think this looks really cool. I like the lava, personally. It's nice. But we'll have to explore this ravine in greater detail in the future. But the primary mine, the big mine shaft that we get we used to get all of our resources from, that thing would take so long to walk, I just can't fit it into this episode because we're already pushing the time limit. And that's just showing off very quickly the basics of this village that we've built. And I know several people have built several things that are several times larger, and that's great, and I'm glad they had fun doing that. But for the most part, again, this is a private server for personal friends and family to work on, and I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys some progress every once in a while, since we are waiting for Crusader Kings 2 at this point. So, not going to show off the Nether, because it's really nothing extravagant. It's the Nether with the dirt house in it. Woo. That's nothing worth showing off. But so there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna go ahead and hop over to this bridge here and call it an episode because hello, chicken. Because it's starting to lag a little bit more as we get on further and further. The frames are starting to lag more on my end, which means it's lagging on the video as well. So. Oh, hi. We'll finish up with killing a zombie. How about that? Oh, 2 zombies. Swing wildly! Swing! Swing wildly! Alright, thank you. Do you have anything? Ooh, experience down here. And I know recently we found an ocean monument, but I'm not 100% certain where that is yet, so I can't show that off either. Once I find it, I will show you guys, though. So yeah, that is our village. Tune in next week, and I will show you the changes and maybe do a little bit of construction myself. I know I plan on building a rail system here to other villages, NPC villages, and to the ocean, so hopefully that'll be actually completely finished by the time next Monday rolls around. But if it's not, you guys will know. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time with another episode of Minecraft until Crusader Kings gets patched up. DFTBA, and thanks for watching.